Hello and welcome to the Harris organ at First Friends Church in Whittier. This is the fifth of an 11-week series of videos exploring 10 individual stops of this organ. I will give you a little background, show you the pipes, and play a little music featuring that stop. Today we will look at the Flute Ouverte 4-foot in the Swell division. This set of pipes may also be played at 8-foot pitch in the solo division, and that's called Flute Harmonique. The actual stop name of on the console is Flute Octiviante, which means octave flute. A 4-foot stop sounds an octave higher than an 8-foot stop. For example, here's a pitch on the 8-foot bourdon that we visited a couple weeks ago. Here's the same notes played with the Flute Octiviante or Flute Ouverte. The Flute Ouverte, or open flute, has cylindrical pipes, much like a principal stop, but with a different, less complex tone color. I will show you the pipes in a few moments, and you will see that they actually look very similar to the gamba and voix celeste that we looked at last week, with one difference, which you will see. Open flutes have a more penetrating quality than stopped flutes. Open flutes are found in most of the schools of organ building over different centuries and different places. Open harmonic flutes in the French school have particular characteristics. The sound tends to get stronger and more intense as the notes go higher. So it's possible to play a solo melody in the upper register of the stop and accompany it in the lower register, and the melody will predominate. You will see this demonstrated in the piece that I will play. So now we'll have a look at the pipes. Hello, and welcome again to the Swell division of the organ at First Friends Church in Whittier. This week we look at the 4-foot stop, Flute Ouverte, or open flute. This stop is what is known as a harmonic flute. Harmonic flutes sound an octave higher than the length of the pipe would suggest, and this is due to a little hole that's placed midway in the speaking length of the pipe, and the wind pressure is full into it and they're voiced so that they actually overblow and sound an octave higher than a normal sound would be for this length pipe. This row here is the harmonic flute. It's next to the gamba and celeste, and they look almost the same, but they're different in this one respect. Here you can see there's a small hole placed about mid-length of the speaking length of the pipe. There it is. It's a tiny little hole. The mouth construction is slightly different also, the shape of this mouth. At the place where you see this solder seam, there's a piece of metal called a languid or tongue This stops the pipe between the toe and the body of the pipe, except for the little windway here. Another thing that helps this flute have its characteristic sound is that the languid has little nicks placed in it, which help the airflow move a little differently than if it was just straight across. The toe is also open pretty far. This is the sound of this pipe. You can hear that it has a fairly penetrating sound. That is a different characteristic than a stopped pipe or a partially stopped pipe. This is Petit Offertoire, or Little Offertory, by César Franck. This has been a glimpse into the character of the Flute Octiviante, or Flute Ouverte, or Flute Harmonique. I hope you have found it interesting and that you've learned something new. And that when you hear the organ, you will be able to distinguish some of these individual voices. Please post comments or questions below the video, and check the e-news for a link to next week's video featuring the basson au bois. Thank you for watching.